and it smells gorgeous. I love the aroma of basil. Okay, so hello, Dr. Joe here of the drjoe.com and the 2020from.com. Up until a couple of years ago, when my patients who were iron deficient asked me for nutritional advice as to what vegetables and fruits to consume, I used to advise them to have vegetables and fruits like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, collard greens, dates, prunes, watercress. But when I dug deeper into the nutritional profile of those vegetables and fruits that I mentioned earlier on, I felt my advice was sort of suboptimal, because those vegetables and fruits, they're actually lightweight in terms of iron content, and I have since then updated my advice. And what you're going to get in this video are 8 vegetables and fruits with higher iron content. And what I have done as well in this video is arrange the vegetables and the fruits in increasing order. So the 8th one has a higher iron content than the very first one. And indeed, I used 1.8 milligram per 100 grams as my cutoff point for inclusion into this very list. So you're going to get a better bang for your buck when you consume these vegetables and fruits in terms of seeking iron. So, and by the way, if you noticed in the other video that I did, the vegetables and fruits were conspicuously missing. And the idea behind that was to separate the videos so that I have one that was dedicated to vegetables and fruits. And also the videos will be short as well. Hence, I didn't include this list in the other one. So anyway, let's get started because this promises to be exciting. So what vegetable and fruit will give us the first source of iron? So food number 1 will be Swiss chard. And 3.5 ounces of Swiss chard will supply us with 1.9 milligram of iron. And of course, in Swiss chard, we've got lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin K, and beta carotene. So that is vegetable number 1 that will give us a better bang for our buck in terms of iron supplies. So let's move on to vegetable and fruit number 2. In this case, it is a fruit, and it is raisins. 3.5 ounces of raisins will give us 1.9 milligram of iron. And of course, in raisins, we've got choline, we've got copper, and we've got phosphorus. The thing with raisins I've put here, you want to be careful with raisins because they've got a high sugar content. So even though they're going to give us a nice supply of iron, you don't want to over consume them. You don't want to eat them alone. And indeed, I've got some raisins here, okay, nice ones, okay. You don't want to over consume them or eat them on their own because of the fact that they have the potential to spike your blood sugar, okay. So that's raisins for you. Food number 3 that will give us a nice iron source is also a fruit, okay, and this is dried figs. Okay, dried figs, 3.5 ounces of dried figs. By the way, 3.5 ounces is 100 grams. Will supply us with 2 milligrams of iron. And in dried figs, we've got plenty of flavonoids and chlorogenic acid. Chlorogenic acid is one nutrient that you get from coffee. So if you are no longer using coffee because you've got something like high blood pressure, you're going to get your chlorogenic acid supply from dried figs. And I have included here the fact that the dried fruits have more iron than the fresh figs per unit weight. Okay, so have I got some figs here? I got some dried figs here. Okay, this one's nice dried figs. I got this from Costco. You can get some as well. Okay, dried figs, nice source of iron. Nice fruit. So food number 4 or vegetable number 4 that will supply us with iron will be spinach. 3.5 ounces of spinach will give us 2.7 milligrams of iron. And in spinach, we've got folic acid, we've got magnesium, plenty of that, by the way, and manganese. Okay, so that's spinach. Have I got some spinach here? Well, yes, I do. I've got some nice baby spinach here. Okay, nice source of iron as well. Okay, so that's food number 4. Let's move on to food number 5, or vegetable number 5 that will supply us with iron, and that will be basil. 3.5 ounces of basil will supply us with 3.2 milligrams of iron. As you can see, the iron content is building up gradually as we go up with the vegetables and the fruits. So in basil, we also have vitamin K, manganese, and plenty of copper too. Okay, so basil, vegetable or herb, if you like, gives us a very nice supply of iron. I've got some basil here. So there we go, nice basil. And it smells gorgeous. I love the aroma of basil. Okay, so, but not just that, you get plenty of iron from basil too. Next, vegetable that is going to supply us with iron is mint. 3.5 ounces of mint will give us 5.1 milligram of iron. As you can see, the iron content is going up more and more. And in mint, we've got menthol, aroma, and flavor. Now, at the moment, there is some research going on that there's a strong possibility that mint may be useful for treating irritable bowel syndrome. Yes, so I got some mint here, nice mint here, and also the aroma of mint is also a welcome aroma. Food number 7, or vegetable number 7 that will supply us with iron will be parsley. Okay, parsley. 3.5 ounces of parsley will give us a whopping 6.2 milligrams of iron. Whopping 6.2 milligrams of iron. And in parsley as well, we've got plenty of vitamin K, plenty of folic acid, and plenty of potassium. Yes. So have I got some parsley? Yes, I've got some parsley here. So nice parsley. Very, very good source of iron. As you can see there, high iron content. A lot of it. So please add some parsley. Use it to spice up your food, you know, when you're making your meals. And you can also add it to your smoothies too. Okay, so that's parsley. Food number 8 that will supply us with iron will be Irish moss. 3.5 ounces of Irish moss will give us a whopping 8.9 milligrams of iron. Irish moss, also known as Carrageen moss, and in Irish moss we've got plenty of antioxidants, and it's got some thickening properties. Now I put here, you need to be very careful about consuming plenty of Irish moss. The reason for that is Irish moss and other seaweeds, in fact, they all have plenty of iodine content, and if you eat too much of them, okay, I know it's got plenty of iron, but if you eat too much Irish moss and other seaweeds, you could end up with your thyroid gland malfunctioning. Okay, so be careful how much seaweeds and of course Irish moss that you consume. Okay, one more thing, and also a very important point regarding the use of vegetables as your source of iron, is that they have vitamin C, and a lot of them also have beta carotene. If you remembered in the last video, I talked about including beta carotene and vitamin C to boost your iron absorption. So they're all in there in the vegetables. So it's a very good idea for you to use your vegetables as a source of iron, because the vitamin C and the beta carotene are already included as part of the package. So I mean, how cool is that? So hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please like the video, and also please share this video with your friends, family, and colleagues. Now, if you got any comments, any questions regarding these foods, these vegetables and fruits that I mentioned in this video, go ahead, ask below or leave your comments down below. I think that's about it. Until next time, well, this is Dr. Joe signing out.